timing is perfect. So I just wanted to come here because, and I'll tell you why. And if I get a little emotional, you'll probably understand. We're pretty all together, yes. And this spot is usually not open, so afterward, Leo is going to take you down there because it's absolutely stunning. Okay, but this is supposedly, again, a historical spot, a traditional spot, excuse me, where the Lord met with Peter. And
12 o'clock off PM. It's okay. 12 o'clock.
and therein lies the issue. Means well, nice robe, but
You'll be twisted.
yeah, and you got to understand something. I mean, do you see now? You just hear a day. Do you notice all the signs are in Hebrew and Arabic? But when you go to the Muslim quarter, they're only in Arabic. You notice that Israel has given up all her land to every little order that wants it. What's wrong with this picture? And when there's a hurricane, Israel's on the ground within 24 hours because they're incredible in emergency situations, way before the United States is, and yet people say, what's in it for them? You know what I mean? I mean, I'm not a politician, but do you see how with certain people, no matter what Donald Trump does, it's wrong? That's the way some people just are. They're just, you know, when you know good in their eyes, right? Okay, so after this, after Yeshua made his presence known, this is the third time after the resurrection to his disciples. So we're at the end of John 21. And I didn't prepare, but so I'm going to read kind of quick. Yeshua appeared again, third time to his Talmudim, his disciples at Lake Tiberias. So here we are. So somewhere around here. They think it's here, but somewhere around here. Let's make believe it is. Here is how it happens. Shimon Kepha, a.k.a. Peter, and Thomas, okay, were together with Nathanael from Canaan in the Galilee, and the sons of Zebedee, James and John, and two other Talmudim. Okay, they're together, they're hanging out. Shimon Kepha said, I'm going fishing. Now, just to interject, why is he going fishing? The Lord just told him. He, to me, my take, again, just my take, I can't prove it to you, I think the guy's suicidal. I think he's suicidal. I'm serious. I'm not trying to make fun of you, okay? I think that this guy denied the Lord. He's the guy, he was strong, a rock. He said, I'm never going to deny you, right? I mean, he took out that sword. He wasn't just a talker. He backed it up. Did he not take out that sword when the Roman guards came? He's a tough guy. He's a highly trained. Did he not swing that sword? He wasn't just a talker. He was a walker. But he denied the Lord, didn't he? How is he going to face him? I mean, does anybody know what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
You know, we're in church, we're singing songs, right? Hallelujah, praise the Lord. Something happens bad in our life, and like, God, where are you? You know, you say it with your heart if you don't say it with your lips. Like, how could you be doing this to me? We've all done it. We've all denied it. And so, and then when he restores us, the Lord, after our denial, what do we feel like? We don't want to talk about it, right? We're like, I'll just go back to church and say. We don't want to look at him and go, Lord, you're such a bum. And you know what the Lord will say? In a way, yes, I love you. I'm going to unbummerize you. And this is what's happening. He's restoring a broken man. He could have said, you know what, man? You were a big talker. You were a pretty big walker, but you denied me. We're done. Who does that? The world does that. People in the church do that. Right? You do for them, do for them, do for them. I've experienced my whole life. Do for them, pay their mortgage, send their kids to school, and the minute you do one thing that they don't like, you're done. Anybody know what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
If you're a pastor, you definitely know what I'm talking about. Okay. He says, I'm going fishing. Like, I'm out of here. I'm out of here. They said to him, we're coming with you. They went and got into the boat. They're caring for him too. Don't you think he's talking to them? Don't you think they see he's down? Don't you think they know he's depressed? Don't you think they're worried for his life? They're his friends. They're his brothers. They hung out with him for 3 years under this guy's, teaching. And they're like, we're not going to leave you alone. Anybody know what I'm talking about? There's people in my circle that I can't leave alone. So they went into the boat. I don't know if you read the scriptures like this, but I always see the scriptures like you would. I still don't know for the life of me why any churches teaches their kids to memorize a verse. I can have you memorize hieroglyphics, you're not going to understand it. They went and got into the boat that night, and they didn't catch anything. The message here is when you're apart from the Lord, you ain't catching nothing. Apart from him, you can't do nothing, but that's not the message I got. However, just as the day was breaking, Yeshua stood on the shore. He was going after them just like the Lord went after Adam. Genesis 3:9. Where are you, man? Adam, man, where are you? He knew where he was. What was he saying? Adam's lost, but I'm coming to get you. That's a good father. So he says to them, you don't have any fish, do you? It's almost sarcastic, right? If you wonder why I'm sarcastic, I'm Jewish, man. It's in my blood. Yeshua was Jewish. He was sarcastic. You don't think it's sarcastic to say, wow, you can see that speck. It's amazing with the 2x4 in your eye. You don't think that's sarcastic? Now, no, they didn't answer. No, they answered. Like, he knows they didn't catch anything. He's like thinking, how's it going? These are trained fishermen in the Galilee where the fish are jumping into your net. There's so much fish in there, and 2,000 years ago, can you imagine? And they didn't catch a thing. What's the chances? He's like, how's it going, guys? How you doing, Pete? You ever hear God say that to you? I've heard it. How's it going, Greg? Not good. I know. So they threw in their net because he said throw it into the right side. And there were so many fish in it that they couldn't even haul it aboard. So the Talmud Yeshua loved said to Kepha, John, obviously, you know, this is you're only going to see this here. It says the disciple that Yeshua loved. Mm-hmm. What gospel am I reading? No, he didn't think that was. God told him. So he says the Talmud, the disciple Yeshua loved, said to Peter, if it's the Lord, not if, sorry, I couldn't see it. It's the Lord. Like, John loves Peter. John cares about Peter. You know, when Peter was doing his miracles, where was John? Silver and gold I don't have. Where was John? You know what John was doing? Interceding for him. We don't want to intercede. We want to do the miracle, right? So everybody can go, ooh, you got the juice. So John's caring about him. Says, the Lord's here, Pete. It's the Lord. You know? In other words, he's not done with you. It's not over. On hearing it was the Lord, he didn't see him. Shimon Kepha Peter put on his wrap because he was, kind of unclothed for the fishing, because he was stripped for work, and plunged into the lake. Not, well, I'll casually go. He threw himself in. He threw himself in. Probably exasperated, swam like a maniac. I don't know if you've ever swam, or I used to do lifeguarding, and when you're swimming to save somebody, when you're done, you can't even stand. So that's my take, that he jumped in and he swam like an animal, and then he got to shore, and it says that the other Talmudim followed along, for they weren't far from shore, only 100 yards. So I think he swam like an animal, 100 yards, and then when he got to shore, I think he fell at Yeshua's feet. I think he was out of breath, exasperated, and he was right at his feet, which is a good place to be when the Lord wants you to restore. And if you're not at his feet, chances are there's no legitimate respiration. That's just my take. Because if you can stand, you don't need him. When they stepped ashore, they saw a fire burning, coals. Isn't that nice? He's cooking for him and everything. And then think about it. He really is being sweet and caring. Yeshua said to him, bring some of the fish you have just caught. Shimon Kepha dragged the net ashore. It was full, 153. I don't want to get into it, but every number has meaning in the Bible. Gematria, biblical numerology. Every number has some letter, has a numerical value. Every number has a word associated with it. And 115 of 53 people believe is Ani Elohim. I am the Lord.
Wow.
I'm the Lord. I remember going downtown. This is not important. Way before I knew the Lord, and I went to a diamond deal. A friend of mine, Jewish diamond exchange, all Jews, right? But this was a couple of buddies, but one buddy, and he had hundreds of diamonds. And I'm like sitting there, and I'm like, that one. I didn't know, but we found out later it was 153 pounds. God works in very mysterious ways. So 153 of them. Anyway, that's not the message either. Sorry. Yeshua said to them, "Come and have breakfast." None of the Talmudim dared to ask him. It's like Peter had nothing to say. What do you say? What are you supposed to say? One of them, I denied you. Then I think you're dead. Now you're alive, and you want me to have breakfast with you? It's embarrassing, right? It's like I'm embarrassed. I'm shamed. I'm guilty. I'm shamed. I'm afraid. I'm a mess. I think we can all relate. Maybe some of you are spiritual giants, not me, so I can relate to it. After breakfast, Yeshua said to Shimon Kiva, Shimon bar Yochanan, Simon, son of John, do you love me more than all these? That's all you want to know. You don't want to know what your plans are. Do you love me? Isn't that amazing? God just wants to know. You know, it's a funny thing. Some people sit around, they talk about their accolades. I'll sit with some pastors and I have this ministry, you know. Why doesn't one of them just say, I don't know, my name's Greg and I just love the Lord?
Yeah.
Anyway, that's not the message either. What the heck is the message? I don't know. This wasn't planned. I'm trying to find it. Give me some time.
Open your mind.
Okay, we'll find it. I'm sure we'll find it. So he says, do you love me? He says, Lord, you know I'm your friend. Now, I'm not trying to be technical, but also the Greek language is technical, just like our language is technical. One word is agapeo, and that means a love with no strings attached. That means a love where I expect nothing back. That's a total selfless, sacrificial love. Do we love that way? Not exactly. Even when we love our kids, we still want respect, right? God loves like this, and he says, you know I phileo you. You know I love you very, very much. I'm very fond of you. You are my friend. That's what he's saying. And again, he asks him the second time, and then the third time, he asks him, and the third time he says to him, though, when he says the third time, this first two times he said, do you agapeo me? He says, no, the third time he goes, okay, do you phileo me? That's crazy, right? That's like me saying to somebody, do you love me a lot? I love you. Do you love me a lot? I love you. Do you love me? Yeah, I love you. You know what I mean? It's like he drops it down a level. And some people say, well, he denied him 3 times, he's restoring 3 times. I don't buy that. You think he only denied him 3 times? I mean, if God had to restore me every time I questioned him, he'd still be restoring me, right? He'd still be talking.
The truth.
This is my take, okay? This is the message.
Is that the message?
Yes. No, it's not the message. They gotta leave. They gotta leave because the guy, the priest is gonna go crazy. Listen, this is the message, okay? You cannot love God the way he loves you.
Right.
I'm not trying to belittle you. I'm not trying to hurt your feelings. I'm being honest with you. You cannot love him the way he loves you, okay? You can try and you can try, but you will never outlove him. Just be incredibly fond of him. Just be in love with him and let him love you with no strings attached. Deal?
Yeah.
And know that when you feel like you've totally failed him, he will never fail you. Good? Message? Gone?
Hey guys!